Hello and welcome to Lifetime in Court, the podcast where we discuss your favorite made-for-TV movies. Whether you love to hate watch or hate yourself for loving them, pour up a glass of your favorite cocktail and join us. I'm your host, Patrick Serrano, and my guests today are...
I am Drew Corin.
And I'm Tripp Trevarthen.
Yay! Tripp's here!
Tripp.
Say the last name, Drew. See if you could say
Trevarthen?
Close.
Trevarthen.
Trevarthen.
Yeah.
Tripp Trevarthen.
That's right.
Trevarthen.
It's a hard one,
I
I'd
got
say.
it.
I've been
it now.
calling him Tripp Trevarthen till
Yeah.
today. So I was totally wrong.
So,
But now I know.
But now you know.
Tripp Trevarthen. It has like a good
can I call you Trippy T?
Trippy
Yeah.
T.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever called you that?
Trippy T. I don't think Trippy T.
That's a good.
That's
I like
a
it.
Solid
It's solid.
nickname.
Yeah.
Yo, Trippy T!
Hey, Trippy T. Trippy
What
T.
up?
What up? What up? Trippy T. Welcome to the podcast.
Trippy T in
Thanks,
the
guys.
house.
Yeah.
So have you seen many Lifetime movies, or are you familiar with the Lifetime canon?
Not particularly.
Okay.
I've seen them before, not in a really long time. So I was excited to be able to dive in again. It was a new experience.
They haven't changed much, I'm sure.
No. Similar. The cadence was very similar.
Yes.
Very dramatic.
Yeah.
So when you say you saw them before, like, take me back there. Was it like Little Trip? Like
It was
you
little gay Trip in
Aw.
Tennessee, at home on a sick day, just diving into some good Lifetime, you know.
Yes, it's like when you're sick and you're like in that time, in that era, you like watch Lifetime movies or you watch like soap operas.
Exactly. Oh, I did both.
Right.
General Hospital
Me too.
and then Lifetime movies.
General Hospital. When did you watch General Hospital with like Sunny and Brenda?
Yes.
where they're trapped in the cave?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's
Yeah.
like a thing, Drew. Like
Yeah.
gays, they just
All
like,
the little gay
yeah,
boys.
It's just something about soap operas, especially General Hospital, was like.
There's just
I
something
wa-
about it.
I watched that shit religiously.
I
Every day,
gotcha.
every day after school, I watched General Hospital.
Oh, absolutely.
It came on at like 3 p.m.
My mom
Maryland
would
time.
watch. It was right after Wheel of Fortune or Price is Right.
Yeah. What's that, CBS?
Yeah.
Was it Guiding Light
No,
or Days of Our Lives?
not Days of Our Lives. It was
As the
Bold
World
and the
Turns.
Beautiful.
Rose. No, does it have the rose?
As the World Turns?
No,
Well,
it was
this
another
is
one.
disappointing. We're gonna have to call your mom and figure that out.
So,
Can you text
Yeah.
your mom and then we'll
Oh.
know by the end of the podcast?
yeah, we'll know
Great.
by the end of that.
Wonderful.
Or I'll just like think of it and it'll be there.
There you go. So today we are talking about, get ready for it, Drew, because you're gonna be excited.
Yeah.
Evil Doctor.
Evil Doctor.
Evil Doctor. This one stars, and there's a lot of people that are named as starring in this movie, but none of them are stars. Dina Meyer, Jen Lilley, Corin, Nemec, and Lindsay Hartley are the stars listed on the Lifetime webpage.
Okay.
Yes. So
Okay.
Lifetime is doing this thing right now. Unlike Hallmark, Lifetime doesn't really have like a season guiding their content. They're just like putting out content. They're like,
Yeah, they just put
whatever
it
it
out.
is, Evil
Yeah.
Doctors, the Evil Twins. There was an Evil Twin one this weekend.
Uh-huh.
There's Prince Harry and Harry
Yes.
and Meghan
That one's coming.
coming.
May something.
Yep.
But yeah, so they're just kind of doing whatever. They're throwing, it's like, throwing whatever at the wall, see what sticks type of thing. They're like, we just want like to have the like movie that's going to blow up and be like a Christmas Prince type of sensation, flash in the pan. We'll just put whatever out there. So this is one of those because it was very, very intense. Intense, Drew.
Oh, okay.
So let's just
Ooh,
jump
I'm
right
ready.
in.
I'm ready.
We start off in 1975, right?
1975.
And I'm like, is this is us? Is this like we're gonna go back in time and like like Mandy Moore is gonna be there and Milo Ventimiglia? No. It's a young lady. She's dressed up as like in like all white, kind of like a nurse, but I don't think she was a nurse.
Nor do I think she was from 1975.
No, you're right. Her styling like
Her
was
style
was
was
like very 80s.
very her messy pony.
And she had like blue like lid. What is that? lid cover.
So 70s, like, so
Eyeshadow.
1979 going into.
Yeah, but they literally,
1983.
yeah, they literally were like 1975, but it was like, is it? But that's how Lifetime rolls. They don't care about timelines.
Oh, there it goes.
But that's why I have a little cover on these tumblers so the wine doesn't spill. But it kind of,
But it
kind of
totally
spilled.
did.
Totally.
Hey, it's fine. Tripp, you're fine. Just refill up your glass.
Yeah,
Just
fine.
refill it and we'll fucking
We're not,
clean
like,
it up
hitting
later.
any chords,
Hey,
right?
This is what? No.
Okay.
This is fine.
You guys, this is a live podcast. We can't edit this out, so this is
There's
staying here
no
forever.
possible way to edit this out.
No possible way. Anyway, so it's clearly some costume issue. She's like going into the nursery to like steal a baby, pretty much. And the lady is like singing. What was the song? Do you know what it's called? It's like she's like singing to the baby like a lullaby. What is the
God,
song?
what is the song? It's a song that you know.
It's like not Rockabye Baby. I think I read it at the end.
Little baby, don't say a word.
Hush, Little Baby.
Hush,
It is
Little
Hush,
Baby,
Little
yeah.
Baby.
Yeah, okay.
So, wait, that's weird. I said Rockabye Baby, and you sang Hush, Little Baby.
Well, you said it wasn't Rockabye Baby, so the only other lullaby that I could possibly think of was
About a baby.
About a baby is like, hush, little
Yes.
baby.
Yeah.
So she's singing that in the nursery, like a really creepy fucking bitch, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck is going on? And she's like, don't be scared. And she pulls out like a syringe with like a big ass needle.
A big needle, and the syringe is full. It's a newborn baby, but the syringe is pulled all the way out. I'm like, who needs that much?
Just
What are you?
And like,
making sure.
What are you
Like-
doing to this baby?
Right.
And it was so shocking that I had to like pause it because I was like, wait, what? Like, this is the first minute of the movie, Drew. Like, the first minute, and she's putting a
Yeah.
syringe in a baby?
And like one that like would just go through it.
Yes.
Just
It's the
would
Yes.
even actually go.
It was a human syringe, like an adult syringe,
It was like a horse
filled
syringe.
up
Yes.
all the way.
It was so shocking. I was very shocked. So anyway, of course, she steals the baby syringe. I don't know what she needed that for.
Nope.
And then she's like talking to her husband or boyfriend or something. And she's like, we finally got the baby. God's plan worked.
Yeah. You're going to be a dad.
Right. It's like, okay. Flash forward to the present and we meet Aubrey. And I had to like,
the baby.
no.
We mean Aubrey.
Aubrey
Just-
is not the baby.
Oh, okay.
She is married to a TV screenwriter. Or
Who is the
he
baby?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
But is he a screenwriter?
I guess. Right?
I wrote it down. He goes through a lot of different jobs at his current place. He was a screenwriter, and then he talks about later becoming the executive producer.
Okay.
And then they show a clip of this TV show, and at the end it says created by. So he created the show. He's the executive producer and the writer,
Oh, okay.
and he doesn't like it because he complains about it all the time.
So this is the thing I want to talk about with this movie right off the bat, Drew, because you're going to be like, who wrote this? Ugh. So I looked up the writer. His name's
I was just about to be
His
like,
name's
"Meow."
Robert Fulkus and Jennifer Goldson. And Robert Fulkus was the guy that I clicked on because I'm like, this totally was like the dude wrote it and the girl like put in like a couple like female parts because it's like about pregnancy. So he was like, hey, can you tell me what happens in the sonogram?
What goes on?
Yeah. And she's like, okay, fine. What is this for? Why am I doing this? And he is mostly a location scout. He's like, that's his main gig in Hollywood. He's a location scout. This is like the second script he's ever written. Okay.
Okay.
So this explains these
So
inconsistencies
much.
because the writing on this one is a little nuts.
It's a little
Yeah.
garbagey.
It's trying to do a lot. I give him credit. It's like when you're in college and like you like write your first play, and your one act play, and you're like, oh, and it's like all about like your high school experience, you know? You're like,
Right.
this is so deep and meaningful, but then like you're like. You look back on it, and after you're like done with college, you're like, "Man, that was some stupid ass shit I wrote. That was
garbage.
stupid."
That was terrible.
So this guy Robert will definitely be doing that. Anyways, so yeah, Aubrey has a husband. His name's Matt. His job's inconsistent. We don't know.
Right.
Just like the
something in Hollywood,
just like
basically.
the writer. Yeah.
Right.
Something in Hollywood, and she is like at a party, and she's like, "I'm pregnant."
It was the like launch party of the TV show. Yeah,
but-
it was like the season premiere launch party.
She took the thunder out of that and was like, "I'm pregnant," and all the attention was on her. And then her husband was kind of pissed about it.
Yeah.
Right? He was like,
Total. It was completely inappropriate. It was so bizarre.
Yeah. Also, one thing I want to note about how far we are into the movie, we're like 5 minutes in, and we have like 6 people of color already off the bat.
Yeah.
Boom.
Bopping it out.
Boom.
Like
Lifetime.
in roles with lines.
Great.
You know what I mean?
Good job.
Good
so
job.
just saying Lifetime is like miles ahead of Hallmark.
Just so far.
Yes.
Though her friend, we have to talk a little bit about her, the friend she tells.
Yes, that she's pregnant. She's a little sassy.
She's a little sassy, but a little over the top in this Oprah kind of way. She gave us like an Oprah. So she doesn't actually reveal that she's pregnant. Her friend does. And she comes out to the party and is like, "We have an announcement."
She's like, "I love bread, deep fried butter." That's my Oprah. Yelling deep fried butter in a room full of people.
Deep fried butter.
Deep fried butter. Yes.
Totally.
Anyways, so he's gonna be a dad. So they go to the doctor. Or no, wait. We have a flashback first before we go to the doctor because we're jumping through time, 70s and whatever. So we see a montage of this little. Or no, I think they do go to the doctor first before the flashback. Sorry. There's Dr. Barnes is this highly recommended doctor. Now, I'm saying Barnes. What do you have in your notes, Tripp? I'd be interested to see.
I have it as Bronson.
Exactly. Another inconsistency in the writing. In
the name of
I wrote
the person?
her name
of
is
the person.
Bronson towards the like later in the movie. I was like, I need to write this down. It's Bronson.
Yes, they refer to her in the movie, written and spoken, as Bronson.
Okay.
In the Lifetime synopsis and on IMDb, it's Barnes. So I had copied the synopsis and I write it in my thing, and then I just copy the names. So I was writing Barnes this whole time, and then after a while I was like, wait, they're totally saying Bronson. What is going on? Like, they just totally wrote the wrong name on all their marketing materials.
That's good.
This is a cable channel which gets millions of dollars of funding, and they totally wrote the name wrong.
That is awesome.
Totally. So I'm
Great.
saying Barnes. You can say Bronson, Tripp.
Bronson.
But in my notes, it's because I just left it. I was like, fuck it. Like, that is ridiculous. So Dr. Barnes, her name's Natalie. And she's highly recommended. She's blonde or blondish. She has like highlights.
It changes throughout.
Yeah, she has like sexy glasses, so we know she's smart. And she's like instantly drawn to Matt because he reminds her of her father.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, "You remind me of someone. You remind me of my father." And then we get our flashback because she's like seeing them leave the hospital, and we see her as little Natalie, and she's being taken away from her parents because they stole her when she was a baby. Dr. Barnes is the baby at the beginning of the movie, Drew.
Oh. Oh, do you mean Dr. Bronson?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Robert, the screenwriter.
Robert, get your shit together, buddy.
Yes.
Get your shit together.
I hate to. There was one part. It was the awkward. There's a couple moments throughout the movie that are just a little awkward.
Yes, please jump in at
And
any time.
This first initial office visit was really where you get to experience that for the first time. So they're in the office waiting to meet with Dr. Bronson for her first like OBGYN visit. And Matt looks to Aubrey and says, "Hey, do you want to do it?" And it's like, oh, I'm sorry, he called it a pre-check. Like, hey, should we do a pre-check right before your doctor comes in? And it's like, why are you talking to her like you're going to have sex right now? This is really awkward.
And he said
and
it
inappropriate.
And inappropriate.
You want to have a pre-check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drew, you should have been in this movie.
I should be in all of these movies.
You could have been in this one as this man. Because, like, he's just like a man. He's just like a
He's
man.
a dude.
He's a dude.
Yeah.
Just doing his thing.
Just a dude.
And he had tattoos. I know you have
A
tattoos.
lot of tattoos.
He had a lot of
Very
tattoos.
interesting tattoos.
I think this actor, just while we're talking about his tattoos, I think he's like been in like many softcore porn.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Like I just saw him. I was like, this guy is totally a softcore porn actor. Totally.
I literally said the same exact thing. This man has been in softcore porn.
Right?
Yeah.
Just gets
It's
that
driving
vibe.
me insane. I cannot find this movie any like. I
It's
can't.
on IMDb. It's also called Snatched.
Oh,
Is it
that's
really?
why I was like, that's not the movie.
Evil Doctor, and it's also called Snatched.
Oh, that's why. Because they name their movies different.
Wait, unless I'm totally wrong.
Is this it?
Yes,
No,
because
it
yes,
has to be wrong. Eric Roberts is
No,
not in this movie.
the like lead actors are listed at the very bottom. It's really weird. This
What?
IMDb. It's called Snatched. The poster says Snatched. It's Evil Doctor 2018.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
Ian Abel.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah,
that's
he's like
one.
the first
Okay,
person listed,
I
but he's not.
He's in the movie for
I
5
don't
seconds.
know who
He's
that
in it
is,
for
and I don't know why
seconds.
he's listed first in there. Yeah.
And
The IMDb page is a hot
young
mess.
Natalie is
Yeah.
hardly in the movie.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
So,
that
yes.
makes more. Okay.
The main cast is towards the bottom for whatever reason.
Gotcha. Okay. This okay.
There it is,
I
yeah.
was like, where the fuck is this movie?
Yes.
But it's called Snatched,
It was called Snatch at some point in time.
and then
somewhere.
they changed it, and IMDb was like, no,
Like, we don't care.
no. We're just gonna.
So we're back to the present now, and we learn that Dr. Barnes is trying to get pregnant through IVF. IVF?
IVF.
I wrote it in my notes, IFE. I'm so dyslexic sometimes. Let me just fix that really quick because that's going on.
So
my
we
internet.
learned this because after their visit where they go through and she remembers he looks like her father.
Mm-hmm.
Next scene, she's in the bathroom by herself screaming, "Oh, it didn't work again. The IVF failed." And the nurse is outside and says, "Hey, maybe you should just meet a man
Right?
instead of trying IVF."
And she's like, I did that already. Wait for it. It comes back. It comes
Okay.
back, Drew. I promise you it does. And it comes back in a great way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm ready.
she is like on her kick of like getting this pregnancy going, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she calls back in Aubrey and she's like, hey, your test results were fine. Everything's fine. But can you come back in and do an extra like pap smear for me, please?
Just some extra pap smear.
So Aubrey comes back in
An extra one.
and we get a scene.
Extra pap.
I don't know.
It was
It
something
really-
went wrong, and so
Yeah.
we needed to do the pap smear
I know.
again.
It was just a
This
funny,
was when-
like,
Yeah.
we just need an extra.
We need
one.
another one.
Just
Yes.
an extra one.
This was when Robert called in his co-writer Jennifer and was like, "Hey, I'm doing a pap smear scene. Can you come in and just write this scene for me?" And what she writes is Dr. Barnes like slips something into her vagina, in Aubrey's vagina, like during the pap smear. It's like a pill or something.
How is this portrayed in the movie?
Well, you see, they show a big vagina and a pill going into it. No,
Full on.
she has like some like sonogram thing, and then she like has a pill in her like gloved hand, and then it goes.
And she just you see the hand start to move forward,
It's implied.
and then it cuts up to her face, and
Yeah,
And she's like,
oh, that's weird. That didn't feel like normal.
"Nah, I don't like that.
Right, and it's very weird. Us being all men, like I don't know how a pap smear works or anything, but I was like, that seems right. You know, like sure, whatever,
Sure. Yeah.
Which is, I'm sure everybody on this movie was like, well, that seems right.
Yeah,
right?
it's fine.
The director's like a man. The
Yeah.
like writer's a man. Like,
Yep.
well, right.
I don't just do the fucking thing.
Right.
To get this over with. This.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So it was really disturbing because I was like, well, I didn't really want to like think about that. Like pills going into vaginas, like that's a weird thing.
that's odd.
Okay.
Since it's Lifetime, we now get our sex scene,
Yay.
which is
Number
probably
one.
probably where we got
Sex
the,
scene number one.
the softcore porn thing because he's like all into it, and she's like,
Well, before they start, he comes home, and she's in her underwear, and she's not very pregnant at this point.
No.
And she's like, "Honey, do I have stretch marks?" He's like, "You're not showing." No.
It's like, no, you don't have that.
Yeah, and then like while they're fucking, she's like, "Oh, be careful, don't hurt the baby." And he's like, "Don't say that
It's like,
to me." Like, don't.
That's not a thing.
This again, why Drew would be great in this movie. Like, you would have delivered that so good, where I would have like laughed out loud.
That's not.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
All right,
We're
I'm
good.
now. I'm writing a movie, or I'm writing a play where Drew is like the lead of a Lifetime movie.
Just everything.
Yeah.
No.
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 Yeah. So then they have their like lovely sex scene.
As long as I get to sing.
Sure. Well,
Okay,
of course
good.
it'll be a musical if I'm directing
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Totally.
Anyways, then we get like a scary next day, like where they're like waking up, like, you know, like, oh, we just had sex.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bed is like all blood.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah. And she's like, we have to go see Dr. Barnes right away.
Yep.
Not the ER. Dr. Barnes.
Bronson.
Dr. Barnes.
Or Frank, whatever.
Barnes.
And they go to the doctor, and she's like very intense, and she immediately slut shames them for having sex. And she's like, how could you do this? You have a baby inside you. That penis is going to poke the baby.
That's not how.
She doesn't say that, but she essentially
That pee gonna poke that
she
baby.
bans them from having sex, and she puts Aubrey on bed rest for 5 months because she's only 3 months pregnant at this point. 5 months of bed rest. We're like 10 minutes into the
What?
movie, Drew. I
Yeah.
was like, this bitch is on bed rest for the rest of the movie?
This is 10 minutes?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow. Man, they get
They get
Lifetime gets in it.
They get in it.
Real quick.
Yes.
Real quick.
See?
Real quick.
So we can give Robert his credit there.
Good job,
He got
Robert.
that exposition and the drama right away.
right away, get it.
Good.
Good job.
Also, she bans Aubrey from specifically having an orgasm.
Very specific.
Very.
Aubrey, you may not have an orgasm.
She's like, Matt,
You
can
cannot.
have
You
an
can.
orgasm, and I'm happy to give it to you at any time.
But Aubrey,
Aubrey, no orgasms.
no orgasms.
I couldn't even spell orgasm because I haven't had to write orgasm for any of these reviews. I was like, how do you spell orgasm? I don't know.
Most of them you're doing
Hallmark or like
Hallmark.
or
They
like
don't have
Lifetime,
orgasm.
like, you know, stalking my teenage daughter or something. Not like pregnant woman not allowed to have orgasms. It was crazy. I was like, this
I'm
is a
into
crazy
it.
movie.
I'm into it right now.
We're 15 minutes in.
Yeah, basically.
Also,
So,
just real quick,
yes.
I realized, like, oh, Dina Meyer, Starship Troopers.
Really? Oh my god, I love Starship Troopers.
Yep.
Wait, the Dr. Barnes is Dina Myers.
Yep.
She was also
Yes,
in 90210.
Yes,
Yes.
she
Yeah.
was in Starship Troopers.
And then, but one of them,
Yeah.
it was a pretty bad movie,
What?
but I loved it. Johnny Mnemonic, which was an early,
I don't know it.
it was an early Keanu Reeves flick.
Keanu Reeves was good when he was younger, I will say.
I love Keanu Reeves, and I will always love Keanu Reeves forever until he dies, unless there's some weird shit that comes out. But between that,
Could happen.
could happen.
Okay, so Dr. Barnes
Mm-hmm.
goes on a run. She goes on a run to get away from her like stress about like life or whatever, or getting pregnant.
In the middle of the night.
Middle of the night, a homeless man comes up to her, and she's like, he's like, "Can I have some change?" And she just punches him in the face.
She karate kicks him in the chest.
The doctor does?
Yes.
She
Knocks him out.
Yes.
Yep.
for no reason. It was so shocking. This is the baby syringe and then punching in the face. I was like, what is happening? I think I like tried to record it to send to Drew because I was like, I must send this to him. But I was like, no, I have a rule where Drew can't see them. But it was just so funny.
Oh, wow.
My boyfriend and I watched it, and we had to stop, go back and watch the whole thing play out again because it was that.
She just like Muay Thai's the dude.
Da, 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 boom, boom.
And it's
Nice.
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
She was having her dream sequence.
She was. So she gets a little, then she
Oh,
goes.
she goes like a little American Psycho.
Yeah,
on
she
it a
goes to
little
the nursery that she's created for this baby she's going to have. And we see a sonogram picture, and it's like Aubrey Lewis is the mom listed at the bottom.
Matt's wife.
She crossed it out and writes Natalie. I said Barnes, but really it was. What was it?
I forgot her name.
I don't know. Bronson. It was really bad handwriting, so I couldn't read it. I was like, I don't know what. It's doctor handwriting. You know, doctors have bad handwriting.
Scribble.
Very good attention to detail lifetime with the doctor handwriting.
Correct.
But I was like, that doesn't say Barnes, but it could say Barnes. So yeah, we see that she's like kind of has like a baby shrine going on.
Okay.
So then we cut to Aubrey.
We're 20 minutes into the movie.
Yes. She, like Dr. Barnes starts following Matt around town because Aubrey's on bed rest, right? So she shows up at the gym. I'm going to jump a bit. If you have stuff to say, Tripp, please jump in. Okay. She sees him at the gym. She like is a consultant on like his show he's working on.
She becomes a consultant on the show because he is pulling inspiration from his own personal life. Mm-hmm. So thinks it will be funny. It is a sitcom, by the way. And he thinks it will be funny to bring in.
Do they show the sitcom?
Yes. And it actually, even the sitcom has people of color. Just saying.
That's great.
Just saying.
Good job,
it's
guys.
like, and it was like an Asian family, which we all know.
House Fun.
PHUN. Fresh Off the Boat is the only Asian sitcom.
Correct.
So it's kind of amazing that Lifetime had that.
Wonderful.
Right.
It is a wonderful sitcom.
It is. Yeah, so he's like working on the sitcom. She's like the consultant. And this is the first time where she's like, oh, I'm going to get a little sexy with you.
And she plays it really well because she makes it all about him.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? What's going on with you? And he's all, oh, well, no one's asked me that question in a long time.
Yes. And she like, you know, things get a little hot and heavy, but then like the PA is like, oh, you're called to set. You're called to set. So he's got to go.
That wasn't the elliptical.
No. Elliptical? That was earlier.
Yeah.
So then what happens? Aubrey... she like goes to check on Aubrey next also. So she's like doing like she's being a good doctor is in her
black cocktail dress.
Yeah.
Running around town checking in on all of the patients.
Yes. And Aubrey's like, "Oh, you look really amazing." And she's like, "You do too," but she doesn't mean it, you know? She's like, yeah, you look great.
Yeah, you're fine.
Bitch.
Bedridden.
You bedridden whore.
Yeah, you look great.
And then she like drops off a present, and of course, Drew, that present has a what inside of it?
A syringe?
No,
Close.
girl. A nanny cam. A nanny cam.
Okay.
Of course. You gotta have that nanny cam. Drew doesn't know the Lifetime tropes as well as the Hallmark tropes.
Nanobots.
But yes, a nanny cam. And she's like kind of sexy, like flirting with Aubrey too. Like she's like touching her hair, and she's like kind of getting her hot and bothered because Aubrey can't have an orgasm. So she's like, "Isn't your neighbor out there washing his car really hot?
Look at that shirtless man."
He was hot.
He was.
So she's just being evil.
But she's also like whispering in her ear and like, you know, like giving off some like lesbian kind of vibes going on. And it's like,
fun.
What? Is she like trying to seduce both of them maybe?
And I appreciated Aubrey's like what is happening kind of moment, because even after this whole flirtation, touching moment, Aubrey's like, okay, like that was
right. I mean, you would be like,
weird.
That's fucky. Something's fucky.
Yeah.
And I don't know what is, but something is fucky.
Correct.
For reals.
Well, this spawns like a sex dream sequence.
Oh.
Where yes, Drew.
Sequence?
This might be where Dr. Barnes is
Bronson.
like I don't know, giving Aubrey a sonogram, but also like maybe like masturbating her.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no other way I can say it.
You can't say it any other way.
It really seems like she's like
sexually
jerking her off.
Like jerking her off.
Yeah.
She's fingering her.
Well, she takes her little like scopy probe, puts the condom on it sexually, and then just goes into town.
It was uncomfortable.
A sonogram doesn't go in your vagina, though.
I don't think so, but she was using it in her vagina.
Oh.
You know?
So she was using her sonogram.
It's like a back
as a little
massager, like how
dildy.
girls have back massagers, but they're not for your back.
Yeah. No, I know.
I don't know. I only know from I don't know. This is like in my blind spot, guys. So this was very shocking. Anyways, so after the sex dream sequence, which lasts probably like 3 or 4 minutes,
That's
it was a long sex sequence.
Dream sequence.
I
think I might.
Yeah,
This.
and she wakes up and she's like, "Whoa, why was I thinking that? I'm so hot and bothered." Now we cut to Matt. He's in a parking lot with Dr. Barnes, and he's like basically getting sexually assaulted.
I wrote down assault.
Yeah,
Like it was, she attacked him.
Yeah.
she like grabs his hands, puts it on her ass, like he's like, I don't want to do this, and she like takes his hands, like puts it on her titties, and she's just like rubbing around.
Feel me.
Yeah. And there's a woman looking on in a car, and you're like, who's
She's
this
like
woman?
down in the parking garage, just down a bit,
Yeah.
but with her window down. Like, what's going on over there?
Yeah, she's like shocked and like curious. But I was like, did I miss something? Was this woman like a coworker? Like, is she gonna like blow the like spot on Matt and like he's a philanderer or whatever? No. She's the mom of Dr. Barnes.
Dun, dun, dun.
And she like follows her into the elevator. She's like, I saw what you were doing with that married man. How could you do that? Also, your dad died a week ago, so we have to plan the funeral. And sorry he molested you when you were a kid, whatever, but you're adopted, or you're like our biological kid. Yeah, you were kidnapped, so it's probably better. This is the writing, like trying to lay out so much. It was like an elevator ride that this conversation happened.
To the second floor.
Right. And
It
you're
was
like,
so fast.
what? And she's like, here's my hotel. Here's where I'm staying. Let's plan the thing. Next scene is that woman getting murdered by her daughter. The mom gets murdered by Dr. Barnes.
She's taking
in a bathtub.
drawing her bath, and then Dr. Bronson comes in.
The whiplash face that you're giving me, Drew, is the whiplash face that we felt watching
All
this
of us
movie.
did.
Because it really was 30 seconds to a minute of this information being given to us, and she's dead. She's dead.
God.
Yes.
You know, and here
For no
Man.
reason.
actually all they would have to do is reveal it late. Like that just seems. He's like, no, dude. Like I want to. What's the writer's name again?
Robert.
Robert. Like, hey, Robbie, bruh. So all that shit in the elevator. Cut that shit
Cut it.
and just cut to the doctor meeting up with her mom quote, and doing that shit, and then she just murders her, and you're like, what the fuck?
Like,
is
so we
going
know
on?
she's unhinged, but
We know she's unhinged, but like, and then reveal it later, and
Yeah.
in a really easy way,
in a
way later.
monologue.
In a monologue,
Yes. No. That's not what we get. So that all happens.
in an evil villain monologue of like,
At
this
the
is
end,
why I
yes,
am
this is
this
what
way, the way I am.
exactly like
Yeah.
you do in any Scream movie.
Yeah.
They always reveal it at the end, and it's always like it's Laurie Metcalf. Spoiler alert: Laurie Metcalf being like, "That's why I did it. I'm Billy's mom."
Yeah.
Sorry if you don't get the reference. You're stupid. You never saw Scream 2, bitch. Anyways,
saw Scream 2,
Scream
bitch?
2?
Fuck
That's
you.
great. So Dr. Barnes invites Matt to her house, and she's all sexied up. And this again, I was like, is this a dream sequence? Because now I don't trust anything in this movie.
Right now, nothing's real.
And they have an extended, long, pornish sex scene.
Can we just talk it though? We cannot skim past how this all like started.
Well,
All right.
Well, maybe I missed it. How did it start?
Like he arrives at her home.
Okay.
This beautiful home.
She's a doctor after all.
Doctor, beautiful home. Walks upstairs down the hallway because there's a note on the door that says, "I'm in the hall. I'm in the last bedroom in the hallway, whatever." So he goes upstairs, walks down the hallway, opens the door, and there she is in a chair, legs up on the little strapped up,
Stirrups
like
or
in the
something.
stirrups, like
Like
literally
she has a-
just sitting there in the stirrups with like a blanket on her waist, ready for it.
Yeah.
And
And she like rips off his shirt, and it's like very sexy. And they're like, they have a whole sex scene. This is where we see all his tattoos.
and this is the husband.
Husband, yeah. And he's
Okay.
just like, I guess this is happening. And then a doorbell rings, interrupting their coitus, and Dr. Barnes goes and answers the
coitus,
or
whatever it is,
or whatever. Dr. Barnes goes and answers the door. I'm sorry.
I love your version of
you guys
of straight sex is like coitus or whatever the fuck it is.
I don't really have to talk about sex scenes and stuff in these movies, so for me, I'm like a little uncomfortable with this.
I love it. I love you being uncomfortable.
It's true.
It makes me laugh.
It is just my blind spot of like, if I wanted to watch a softcore porn, I would probably just do that, but I don't really want to.
But then you wouldn't actually make a podcast about it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Dr. Barnes has a door. It's the police. They tell her mom has been killed herself in a suicide.
Yep.
And she's like, she killed herself? Are you sure? And they're like, yes, we're very sure. She drowned herself in the bathtub.
No.
But she was
They
strangled.
said she hung herself with the towel.
Oh.
But she got strangled in the bathtub.
I rationalized it to a better thing
You did.
in my notes.
You did.
And because hung by a towel is not a thing. Oh, I am so mad at you, Robert.
So you actually,
God damn it, Robert.
You actually corrected.
I corrected it in my notes. Fuck you. Hold on. Robert, focus.
Robert, get your shit together.
Robert, focus. You're on my shit list, Robert. God damn it, Robert.
It's so funny because Robert, you're on not my shit list so far. This is fun. This is a lot of
Robert, fun. Not Robert, Matt, our protagonist, Matt, he is like, hey, what happened? Were those police at the door? She's like, don't worry about it, baby. Let me just blow you right here in the foyer.
I owe you this.
Great.
Yeah. So she blows him in the foyer after hearing her mom has died, which is weird. But I mean, she killed the mom,
killed her.
so whatever.
She's like, "Oh, my friend died." He's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Don't even worry about it.
Don't
Don't
worry
even-
I'm
about
gonna
it.
blow you right here."
Yeah, it was so crazy.
Don't even worry about it. I'm so stressed out. I'm just gonna. The best thing for me right now, I duck in my mom.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so Aubrey's having a mental. God damn it!
Well,
I'm getting more wine. I can't. This is like too much right now.
We're 45 minutes into the movie.
No, I was expecting like, and this is 15. We're 15 minutes into
Right.
the movie now.
Okay, I'm sorry. Aubrey's having a mental breakdown now because she's very paranoid that Matt's been out. He's been like coming home and immediately taking showers.
Mm-hmm.
And, that is the first sign of someone cheating on you. By the way, if your man or woman comes home and takes a shower right away, they're cheating on
Clearly.
you.
Oh yeah, probably.
Duh.
Or they're like a
they work
carpenter.
at Starbucks and they smell like coffee.
Or they're a carpenter.
Or McDonald's and they smell like French fries.
True. If they're working in the food industry and they take a shower, that's respectful. But if not, if
Or
they're working,
if they're a carpenter.
Yeah.
Any other reason?
Any other reason?
It's an affair.
No, affair. So
There's probably a lot of other reasons. But yeah. I get you.
look, I'm just giving marriage advice. So, whatever. Anyway, so she is like talking to her friend, the friend from the beginning of the movie, whose name I don't remember. And she's like talking about her miscarriage.
Oh, Oprah.
Oprah.
Yeah.
Our Oprah.
Her Oprah
Deep
friend.
fried butter. Yes. So she's like, "Hey, Oprah," and that's so like not cool that we're calling her Oprah, because I really don't want to call just any black lady Oprah, but whatever.
But if she was acting like Oprah.
But I mean, I guess she was acting like Oprah because she really was feeling these feelings with the miscarriage, and then she had a son named Theodore, or she named the baby who was miscarried Theodore.
Yeah, that's right.
Because she like pulls her shit together and throws a shower, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have Oprah at the shower. We have her sister now, Janelle, who we haven't really talked about. She is
Okay.
Janelle's a sister, and she's like living in the house. She's like helping Aubrey kind of clean the house. And
And
those
her
type of
hatred
things.
for Matt
She
is
hates
deep.
Matt.
She
Matt.
hates him.
And we are at the shower, and who shows up? Dr. Barnes shows up. And she is like, just kind of like making small talk with everybody. They do this like stupid game where they have to pop balloons, and on the nanny cam, Dr. Barnes saw that this whole conversation with Oprah about who we're calling Oprah. I just have to clarify that. We saw the story about the miscarriage with Theodore. So the fun game is to pop the balloon, and inside the balloon is a name of the baby, and you have to guess if that's the name that they would want to choose for the baby.
Okay.
So Dr. Barnes is like, she pops her balloon. She's like, oh, all I have written here is Theodore. And Aubrey's like,
dun, dun, dun.
Oh, how would you say that's my miscarried baby? She's like very sad about it. And like,
and this is her friend?
Yeah. Well, no, this is Dr. Barnes like watching it. So she's like doing it as like a thing like, fuck you, bitch. I know about your miscarriage and I know about Theodore. But like, it didn't really pay off to anything.
Yeah. No, there was literally no point to doing it at all.
It was pointless.
Because nothing ever came back about it.
No.
It
was old Rob just trying to show how crazy she is.
Right. Yes.
It like builds on her stalker character.
Right. It just builds back.
Right.
I got you again.
Yeah.
So as Dr. Barnes is leaving the party, Janelle, the sister, is like, hold up a minute, girl. I need to talk to you. She's like, I know you're having an affair with Matt. I know everything. I saw everything, and I know everything. And I'm the sister, and I'm here. And I clean the house.
Hear me roar.
And Dr. Barnes is like, haha, that would be really funny, bitch. But I'm a lesbian. Boom. She puts on her sunglasses. Cue the music and the slow-mo walking away.
It was everything.
Yeah.
It's like, you think I'm sleeping with him?
Every woman.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not sleeping with him.
She's like,
I'm a lesbian. Bam.
Ba-boom. It was amazing.
So good.
Yes. Cue the CSI opening music.
There was a good fan blowing behind. Her hair was just like,
it was great.
So good.
And being a gay, LGBTQA, whatever the fuck, I was like, yes, that is correct.
You're like, that's correct.
That is exactly what I would say. So she like drives off into the sunset, but then she sends Matt a video of them in their coitus.
Oh. And they're coitusing.
Yes. And he's like, what the hell? Who sent me this? So he confronts her and he's like, we're changing doctors. Like, we're done with this.
Yeah, now we are.
And she's like, if you change doctors, you'll regret it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Change doctors?
Yeah, that was my favorite line of the whole thing. What are you going to do? Change doctors? Wait, this is a good moment for me to play the thing for Drew of the trailer.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's get rid of Candace because she's here from a previous episode. I want to play you the trailer, Drew, because, we've been talking about this for quite a while. And I don't feel like you're getting the full effect.
I think you guys are doing a pretty good job, but you're right. Maybe I need to get into the.
So I'm gonna play you the trailer,
okay,
just so you can kind of see what's going on here. Wait, what's happening? Here we go. All right, pulling it up.
The baby looks great. However, at this point, I want to see you weekly. It's not unusual for men to fear childbirth. So their mind starts to wonder, maybe one last thing. What are you gonna do? Change doctors?
You're sick.
I see you're doing great. She cannot deliver my baby!
Yes. Okay.
So that's the line. Okay. What are you going to do? Change doctors? And the answer would be like, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm going to report you to the
to the medical board. Yes.
To the police. No, not the medical board. Fucking, that's the police. That goes to the police. That goes to the law.
Yes.
You're breaking the laws.
So as Matt is having this conversation with Dr. Barnes, Janelle is outside. Like, she followed him. She sees them talking. And Dr. Barnes comes out. She's in like lingerie and like a little like caftan.
Her little
right?
Yeah, she had like her little like silk robe.
Yes.
That matched her lingerie. It was on her balcony above her front door. It was very dramatic.
So now Janelle has proof, and she like grabs a book from the trash or something, and Dr. Barnes is like, following through on this lesbian claim because she hooks up with one of Matt's coworkers,
His best friend.
Her name is Vicky. She's a Latina.
Oh, okay.
And she hooks up with her and then fucking shoots her 5 times in the
After,
bathtub.
yeah. She's like, they have this a beautiful experience or whatever it is. I don't know.
It
There's
is
rose
like,
petals and
it
stuff.
is like
It's
a
whatever.
lesbian sex scene in a bathtub and then immediately switches to
And
Crazy
she just-
Town.
She goes crazy.
Pops her.
She's like, are you saying that I'm sleeping with Matt? What are you are you saying I'm in love with Matt?
and Vicky's
And
like,
she's like, no, I'm not saying that at all. So then she turns on the coitus video,
She has a TV in her bathroom and turns on the coitus video.
and then bam, 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 bam.
Shoots her 5 times in the bathtub, and we see Vicky like flailing about and like, it was like very violent, and it's like, wow,
Okay.
who's Vicky? Where did she come from? I mean, I saw her at the party, but what?
Yeah, who is
What?
Vicky?
Robert, what? And so we're like, well, I guess she's really crazy, that Dr. Barnes. So Janelle now is like bringing the book to Aubrey, and she's like, okay, so I found this picture. It's Dr. Barnes, and she's like little, and she's like kidnapped, I guess. So let's check it out on the internet. So they're like checking it out on the internet, and they learn she's like the kidnapped baby, and they learn her story. Like,
okay.
She's crazy.
So
She's
she
crazy.
Does all the okay.
But the stress of all this, because Janelle's like, hey, guess what? Also, by the way, your husband's been sleeping with her. And Aubrey's like, what? Like, no. And the stress, like, makes her go into labor. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, if she's ready to pop anyway,
Yeah.
that's probably
It could happen. for
Well,
sure.
right.
I
Because
could ask my mom.
She's
My
on,
mom's a midwife.
She's
I could
on
ask my
bed
mom
rest
about
for
that.
5 months. So that type of news would be very shocking.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, Matt is confronting Dr. Barnes again, and he's like, hey, like, we're done. Like, get rid of the video, delete it. And she, like, neck syringes him. We get the syringe back. That all comes back.
Don't you love how she kept the syringe in the little side entry table? She opens up her little side, 12-inch table, and you see her pistol and her syringe.
Yes.
Like, that's the only 2 things in the drawer.
Dead, pass out.
Pass out. Yeah.
Which
It's like choose your own adventure. Do you go option A? Do you go option B? Like, where are you going with this?
How risky-
So
how
she
risky are we gonna
syringes him and, like, gets a call. He gets a call that's like, your wife's going into labor. She's like, I'll be right there. And she leaves him with her pet rattlesnake.
shut the fuck. Shut the fuck up.
Robert?
Are you
God
serious?
damn it, Robert. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I am serious. She leaves him with this pet rattlesnake to, like, rattlesnake him. And
Robert's a genius.
there's like a scene where
Robert's a fucking
Matt
genius.
is like trying to like outwit the rattlesnake, like which direction to go.
He does like his like roll out of the hallway to try to
Yes.
escape him.
Away from it.
Right, and he can't leave the house because he's locked in the house, of course.
By the iron gate over the stairs.
Right, so then he jumps out a window and breaks his ankle and like is trying to get to the hospital.
He should. I mean, he probably would have been just fine, like just getting away from the
Right.
The rattlesnake.
No.
rattlesnake.
Meanwhile, Dr.
You just
Barnes,
get further away from
she
the camp.
takes Matt's car. She gets to the hospital, and Janelle thinks it's Matt in the car, and she's like, Matt, how could you be here? You cheated on my sister. And it's Dr. Barnes in the car. She takes the tire iron, hits her in the face, and she's like, fuck you, bitch. And, that's the end of Janelle, right? And then we go to the OR, and there's the doctor, like, scrubbing in, he's, like, scrubbing in.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Barnes whacks him with the tire iron. And then,
How dare you? No, what does she say? No one ever touches my patients.
yeah, she's very territorial. And then we cut to Aubrey, and she's, like, with the nurse, and the nurse is like, breathe in, breathe out, do your Lamaze.
Oh,
And
man.
The nurse essentially almost like delivers the baby
Yes.
until literally the last moment, and in she walks
And gets tire ironed.
slowly. Dr. Bronson
Yep.
with her putting her gloves on, like, hello.
Yeah.
I got this.
It's true. And Aubrey's like, that
That's
woman's not
great.
delivering my baby. And then she's like, no,
Not today, Satan.
I am. And she like hits the fucking nurse. Nurse is dead. Everyone's
She karate
dead.
chops the nurse.
She didn't even
Like-
take the tire iron.
it's
She
not
like
even
No,
used
the
she
her
tire
like
fist.
She just,
punched
like-
her in the face, kicks her. It's a
I mean,
Yeah.
she's a doctor. She like knows exactly where to hit
and a
somebody.
ninja. She's a doctor and a
She
ninja.
takes a
Dr.
keto on
Ninja.
her free time.
Yeah. You can
So
do
she's
both.
like trying to steal that baby, right? So Matt, meanwhile, is hobbling around town trying to get to the hospital on his one ankle. He gets to the hospital. He sees Janelle coming in on a stretcher, and she's like, "Fuck you! Why are you here?" But then she's like, "But go help Aubrey. She's in
in
trouble."
the same breath.
Yeah.
In the same breath.
Yeah.
I hate you. How can you even be here? She's here.
Also, though,
Also, she's
Yeah.
here, and you need to go
Run.
save her.
You better run.
now that I got that out,
So then he starts running. Hasn't come across any staff members. He finally finds one staff member, and he's like, "Please help me." And they issue a code red.
This is one of my favorite
Oh, yeah,
parts.
code red.
She
Gotta have
fall like
code
the
red.
baby is gone. Aubrey falls out of the bed and is crawling down the hallway, screaming, "Help me! Help me!" Matt arrives
Yeah.
and says, "Someone needs to help her." And suddenly, 10 staff members appear
right?
from all over the
Right.
place.
It's like,
what?
where were you bitches when all this shit was going down? So they're like, then the cops are there. It's like very non sequitur. Very.
It's just crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy. And
It's like real life.
well, no. Dr. Barnes is running up the stairs because she realizes that the cops are onto her.
Mm-hmm.
So she's running up the stairs. What song is she singing as she's cradling that baby?
Oh yeah. she's-
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Yeah, but she's like movie holding a baby, where it's like, you know, that baby would be dead if you were like running with that baby like
Yeah,
that. And also just singing like "Hush, Little Baby." Like, why? It's so ridiculous because she was the baby at the
love
beginning of the movie that was being sung "Hush, Little Baby," but she wouldn't know that she was
would
a
have no
baby.
idea.
Ugh, so frustrating. So Matt chases her to the top of the
on the roof.
on the roof,
their
of
own
Yeah.
course. And
Please.
and Dr. Barnes is on the fire escape, right?
Mm-hmm.
She has the baby. He's like, "Come on." This, I will say, was clever writing because he's like, he twists everything to be like, you're going to be, I think I wrote it like directly. I'm trying to read my notes. But he's basically like, let's raise this baby together. Aubrey died. She's dead.
Yep.
And I want to raise the baby with you.
I saw the nursery in your home. It's so great.
Oh,
like,
and-
let's do this.
Oh, he's
thing.
trying to like
Yes.
be like, hey.
Yeah, let's be a family together.
You've made me want to be a good dad.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Let's-
I like
He
that.
plays it really
Yeah.
well. And she's like having a flashback.
like how I would do it.
Yeah.
Me, Drew Current,
Drew Current would do it.
thing, yeah.
She has a little flashback. We see like the wrap of her story where like her mom gets shot by the police and the dad gets like taken away by the police.
No,
Or-
he was started to get taken away by the
Oh,
police,
he
and then he
killed
kills
himself.
himself in front of her.
yeah.
Oh, then that's why she's a psycho.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're getting the backstory on her psychosis.
Yeah.
And
They could have. They could have cut. That's why they could have cut the whole elevator thing.
Yes.
Right.
There's no need for it.
There was no need.
Anyways, so as she's like having this flashback, Matt grabs the baby just as the hinges on the fire escape break off, and Dr. Barnes,
Why?
yeah,
Why did they break up?
well, why not?
They just. No one's been on them.
Nope.
Right.
So
And they
Dr.
were-
Barnes is hanging in. She's
They're a
like,
little rusty.
she's like, oh no, I'm falling. I'm gonna fall. And then in her peripheral, she sees her father,
good.
and he's like, I love you, and you're a great daughter.
I love you, boo boo.
Yeah, and then she just falls to her death.
She's like, let's it happen.
I
Falls
love
to
you
her
too.
That's
Yes.
that's fucked up.
We get the shot of her like broken body angle at the bottom at the
Like-
sidewalk. Love
Yeah.
that shot.
Yeah, you gotta have that
Very good.
to really show that
She falls to her death. We immediately get this is the end of the movie. We immediately get a scene of Matt pushing the baby in a carriage, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna drop you off. And then Aubrey comes out with her sister Janelle, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna take the baby now. And Matt says, can we do dinner sometime as a family? And Aubrey's like, no, we can't do dinner as a family. Pause. think about it. Okay, maybe we can do dinner as a family. End of movie. End of movie.
Literally, like it was like that was the end.
That was the end.
Well,
That was the end.
maybe we can. I don't know.
it wasn't even done. It was like the next movie starts playing immediately.
Oh yeah, because I DVR'd it,
Yeah,
and so
me
like
too.
my DVR cut off with like maybe, and then like a wave, and the next movie started. That was literally the end.
There's no credits or anything?
No, nothing.
Nothing.
No, it
Rob.
was so abrupt.
Bro, Rob,
Robert,
man, you just like up and down with this. But hey, if it's his first like jams,
he did it. Okay,
I don't know.
so
I bet.
Tripp, on the podcast, we either pour it up or put a cork in it. What are you going to do to this movie?
I'm pouring it up, man. I am pouring it up. So good, so good, so bad,
So good, so bad.
so bad.
So good, it's bad.
Yeah,
Or so bad, it's good.
Yeah.
saying it's good is really stretching it.
Yeah.
But
I think
it's so bad that it really entertained me,
Right.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Drew?
mean, blind pour it the fuck up. Rob, good job, buddy, on your first thing, your first one act play that you wrote.
His second official writing credit, yes.
Because that's fun. Like, he had some weird, cool, fun, weird things. You know, we have some notes for you. But, like, I
Yes.
think you I think
There's
you
a
did it.
foundation in there, possibly.
Yeah, I think he's
With some
like,
editing.
He's on his
Yeah.
way.
Guys, he was the location scout for La La Land. Okay?
mean,
like,
yeah.
that's a big credit.
Like, how are the locations in this movie?
Terrible.
I mean, they're terrible.
Terrible.
He was not the location scout for this.
Exactly.
But
like,
he was the location scout for like 3 billboards in Missouri, outside of Missouri. He
Yeah.
was the location
Really?
scout for Feud. He was the location
Oh,
scout
really?
for La La
Wow.
Land. The location scout for
I'm surprised because the locations were terrible in this movie.
I'm all about Rob right now. I'm all about him, and I'm gonna pour it up for Rob, not just the movie.
he was
Not
the location
really the
scout for
movie.
I Am Sam.
No kidding.
Wow.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm pouring it up for Rob. Not really like the movie necessarily,
Right.
but you guys had me. I was following along mostly,
yeah.
so I'll pour it up when I could.
I am
When I can
also
mostly do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I am also gonna pour it up for this movie. You know, it was a little porny for me,
Yeah, that's fine.
which clearly makes me uncomfortable, which is why I said coitus.
A coitus-y.
Um,
It was a bit coitus-y for me.
But I mean, I would definitely like, you know, put this movie on with some of my friends, like get some wine going, and be like, guys, we gotta watch this movie. we gotta just watch this one. It's like gonna be bad, but it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
For sure, would recommend. So yes, I believe that wraps up our conversation about Evil Doctor.
Evil Doctor. Slash, what was
slash
it?
Snatched,
Snatched.
which is probably another movie. I think that's another movie.
Well, there's a movie called Snatch,
Oh, Snatch. That's what I'm thinking
but
of.
not Snatched.
Tripp, do you have anything you'd like to plug in this area where I plug things about your life or your social media or anything?
I am on the Instagrams.
Yeah.
Not actively super, but on from time to time.
Cool.
T. Trevarthen 85. Real original.
Wonderful. 85. Was that when you were born?
See. Yeah.
Okay. got
See,
it.
85.
85.
That's
See.
cool.
I'm, as always, I am Drew, but with pants on Instagram.
Wonderful.
And that's, you know.
What about your album?
My band has a new album out.
Limbos?
The Limbos. It's called, the album's called Results.
Results.
With a exclamation point.
Next episode, let's play a track from there.
Okay.
And-
You know what? We'll end it. How about we end this episode
Okay.
with a track?
But I want to
From
pour
the
it up
Limbos.
or put a cork in a Limbo song.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We can. Oh
Okay.
Yeah. Should we do that?
That would
Should
be
we-
fun. Yeah, let's do
Should we
that.
do-
Let's do that next week. Pour it up and put a cork in. Instead of like a Candace Cameron beret, we'll do put a cork in it.
Like put a cork in that or pour it up.
Yeah, and you pick the song.
Yeah. Okay.
and me and whoever the guest is will do it.
Okay, we'll do that. I like
'Cause
that.
obviously you'll pour it up.
I mean, I'm gonna pour it up. I'm real proud of it.
Wait, can you play your least favorite song?
Yeah, I will. Actually, yeah, I will. I'll play my least favorite song on
and then
the
if
new
we
album.
love it, then we know it's a good album.
Yeah, that's great.
Cool. Wonderful. Well, thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
For Lifetime in Court,
Thank
another
you.
episode. And thank you, listeners, for checking back in. If you would like to follow us, you can follow me at Patrick Miguel or the podcast at Lifetime in Court. Don't forget to rate and review us on iTunes. We're also at lifetimeincourt.com. Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.